Hey, what's up, guys? It's Lo here from Nino and Lo, and today I want to talk to you about spring bulbs. Now, most of you gardeners planted your spring bulbs last fall. I, on the other hand, never planted my bulbs. So let's just have a little chat about spring bulbs. Now, I'm going to have you give me a thumbs up and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of the videos that I might come up with, and pull up a chair and let's chat about bulbs. So I happened to go into the garage today and find a bag full of tulip bulbs that I had bought at the end of the season last year. I had totally forgot about them. I have 3 different varieties of tulips and 1 variety of daffodils. Now, I went in there and noticed they were all sprouting, because the garage is unheated, so it does get pretty cold in there. So maybe that was cold enough, obviously, for them to have sprouted. The daffodils, I don't see any sprouting or anything happening, but the bulbs are still quite hard. They're not mushy. So what I'm going to do as an experiment is I'm going to pot them up and see what happens. Now, as you can see, this is a little ledge on my bay window at the front of my house, and this is where I kind of do all my indoor potting. It's a very sunny window, so I'm gonna get to work. Okay, I got my 3 pots here ready to be planted up. So this is my little box of where I mix my dirt here. So I'm just mixing up the dirt. Some of the soil that was in the pots, I put a little bit of that in there, and of course my Miracle-Gro potting mix. So I'll just continue mixing this up and fill the pots up with the new soil. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of Miracle-Gro potting mix into my soil here and just mix it up. I'm going to start off with these lovely peachy apricot-y looking tulips. Now, they don't have a name on them, so I don't really know what they're called. They say that they were grown in Holland. As you can see, they only cost me $2.50 for 5 bulbs, which I thought was a really good deal. And on the back, there's a lot of information about growing. So they even have this little ruler here so that you can check to make sure your depth is roughly, give or take, 6 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and plant these. As you can see, they're already sprouting. So I'm going to space them fairly close together so that we can get a nice looking show. I've just moved because that was such a bright area. The sun was just too bright. So anyway, here we go. Filling up the rest of these pots. So the good news is, if you still have the bulbs and they're not mushy and they're not soft. They still have a nice firmness to them. Good chance that they'll be able to survive, and go ahead and plant them in the spring. Now, the bad news is when you plant them in the spring, the bulbs more than likely haven't had enough time to develop nice, good, strong roots like they would have if you'd planted them in the fall. But like I said, you've already got them. Go ahead and plant them. What do you got to lose? So I had these extra coconut fiber liners here, and I decided to make some more baskets. So I did my handy dandy little trick and lined the bottom with diapers, just regular baby diapers to help to keep the moisture in. And I just started lining the bulbs in, and I'll do the same for the rest of the bulbs I have in this second one and see how those do. So I decided to put them on the porch where they're going to eventually stay on the rail, but right now they're getting plenty of good sun and the squirrels aren't bothering them. It's a great sunny spring day. All the snow have melted for now, but you know, this is Toronto. It's not going to last. I told you it wouldn't last. This is not even 24 hours later, and here comes the snow. I was at the grocery store today and I couldn't resist picking up these tulips and daffodils. They look so pitiful. Nobody was taking care of them, so I had to bring them home. And besides, it kind of gives a little bit of brightness on the windowsill with the promise of spring to come.